Hello, everyone. We're back with another episode of Life in Law. And tonight we have a very special guest with us, Arnold Yan. Thank you so much for joining us, Arnold.
Oh, thank you, Theo.
And
Nice
did
to
you
meet
want to nice to meet you too. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. And did you want to just start off by telling our listeners just a little bit about yourself, a little background and bio?
Yeah, I mean, I am an immigrant. I came to this country 20 years ago, and I has been spent 30 years working for the banking industry. So I have very high security clearance in my whole career. In my whole career, I was doing banking, so I'm consider myself is very good in this industry. We're not those, Wall Street banking. We are the retail banking, so we are the gatekeeper of everybody's account. So when you go to the branch, which is, that's my career. When I started that, it was working for the retail banking, getting all this people's account sorted out, and manage that, make sure, calculate everything, and that much. I don't know. And my dog,
got a special guest there.
that's my dog. I have a golden shepherd, and he always wants attention. So when he hear your voice and he got his attention, yeah, I'm going to join that. So yes, I spent many decades on that. So my industry need very high integrity and honesty, and we can't do lousy work. Can you imagine that? I mean, I give an example. When I started my career, we need to do interest, right? Interest on everybody's account. Sometimes interest adjusting coming from the midnight. That's time everybody get a call. That was many years ago, and have to get applied to everyone else. If we pay everybody 1 day less interest for bank, that's a lot of money. We can't overpay 1 penny. We cannot underpay 1 penny. Everything has to be very accurate. So responsibility is very high. Integrity is very high. I've been in the core banking system all the times. I have access for everybody's account. So for me, I consider being honest and doing the work. Don't lie. If you things goes wrong, have we ever seen error? We see that. But that's the time everybody put 4 hands on the deck, right? Starting doing that. Actually, my personal experience is completely different. My battle with the judiciary coming from 3 years ago when I started a divorce case. I thought I have a completely win case. Do you know why? Because my ex has a very long history of family violence. During the time I have lived with her, I think until I filed the divorce case, pretty much only about 4 years time, 5 year times. I have to call about 30 times police to protect myself. Yeah. So imagine that she had been arrested at least twice. She got put on restraining order twice, and she got been charged twice for family violence. Okay. I thought I have an easy win, right? History of family violence. I mean, after all, I really cannot, I get tired of her because her violence is not committed against me. She also doing that for my kids. She has been abusing my kids, okay, physically, mentally. I'm not making up a story. I have a lot of videos. Think about it. I have 30 times police reports, right? I have a lot of videos because in this country, I'm telling you, men are fragile. If you don't have any evidence, as long as there's some woman say I'm scared, show some things, scar, mark, whatever, police will go pretty much, most likely. I'm not saying exceptional case. I've seen a lot of exceptional cases, but yes, if something is concrete, then most of men don't get our way. Okay, so my ex has been make a lot of false allegation. I knew that she's not the one filing divorce. I'm the one filing divorce because she wants someone who can financially support her. Basically, she wants someone she pretty much like digging. We call a gold digger. Yeah, she try to dig some gold. Okay. So she's not the one. I filed 30 times police report. She got arrested twice, right? And she never filed divorce. Actually, I'm the one. But she made a lot of threats. I even have a video. She said, if you do this, I'm going to say you raped me. I'm going to say you molested your child. I have that on the on the video. I'm not making up a story. So
let me ask you a question. You made these multiple reports and she was only arrested twice, and what came out of it? Were the charges dismissed?
Because they need a very concrete evidence. If you don't have enough video, just say, hey, I'm going there to say so. Police normally don't arrest a woman. Tell me, okay? How many times police has arrested a woman if you don't even show them? Just by, hey, let me tell you, it's the reality. You can have a woman go into the police station or go to the court and say, I feel threatened. The judge will issue a temporary order. How often do you see a man go to police station and go to the judge and the judge say, hey, I just feel I'm threatened. The judge will give you a temporary production? No way, not in this country, okay? So I have to have something very concrete. That including I have to show police the injury, a physical injury. I have to show police the video, what she was doing. Our court her was attacking me. I can tell you, she is a very extreme woman. I mean, I'm not talking about every woman like that. You see bad woman, you see good woman, right? You have some bad one. One of the videos, no violence, she was arguing with me for about 30 minutes. I have a 30 minutes video. After all, I don't have any physical contact with her. She was so angry, she just wanted to piss me off. She pulled off the pants. She was urinating in the car.
What?
Yeah, I have that on video. Yeah, what? What kind of a woman would do that? When you get angry, you will pull off the pants and urinate in the car.
That's just like animal behavior at that point.
I knew that. That kind of that tell you something wrong with her. You know, this is no matter what, people don't go that great, right? But anyway, so for that one, she get away as well because she started when police goes to her, she started to cry, talk about she's the one being abused, blah blah blah. Police never even talked to me. Okay, I checked the police reports and what the police wrote is not what's going on because I showed the police what she did, right? Insulted me, urinated in the car. It was at night. It was at a parking lot. I have a full video, right? Parking lot, night. You can tell night and daytime. Police said I make up the story because I used a video in the report in the daytime. Then I reported when I was having argued with her here. I reported at nighttime, try to make up a story.
So because the report was made at night, they tried to say that you were lying because the video was during the day?
Yeah, it's unbelievable, bro. I mean, I even got it. I mean, I didn't know that. Remember, police would never tell me what the report they wrote down, right? I report to them, they investigated, they said nothing there. I don't even know what's going on. And later, that was a few years later, I try to, sue her. I go back, check the police report. I find out that same police officer basically, say day is night. He used that as evidence. My statement is not credible. Then I didn't remember the police name. Actually, the same second time when I was calling a police reporter for she insulted me. I showed the police, the video, my injury, and I showed the police a video with my arm injury, just like that. I said, this is, all this bloody scratch, and she injured me, right? I showed police like that. Then, because remember, I need to give them something physical. I mean, videos, they don't talk to that, right? So when you take a picture, you need to take a picture for yourself, selfie. I have a selfie, I put that. On selfie, I need to show my injury. So my head was like that. So you see half of my face. Half of my face, I told police, that is the injury. That charge got dismissed. That's the second charge. They put a charge, but the charge was dismissed because the police, the same person who said I was night and the daytime, I didn't remember his name. Later, I find out that's the same police. It was like a 2 year gap. Said I showed him a picture. It's on report of injury of an unknown person. So the lawyer going there and say, hey, the police didn't even identify who is the victim. How can you charge my client? So the judge just dropped the charge. Remember, I have half of my face in the photo because the main focus is the injury. Half of my face, I'm sitting at the front of police showing him that's the photo, that's my injury. How can he say it's an unknown person? By looking at half of your face, you cannot tell who is this guy.
Yeah, and they could have easily verified that picture came from your phone.
But I didn't know he put something called unknown person over there. I don't know it. Then there was one time it was so concrete, and because I have the whole videos catching, she was attacking me even with, I got a restraining order. She was out of house for a few months. And the DA was charging her. Then she come to me. She said she regrets. She want to give a chance. She want to, stay with the family. I actually paid her the criminal lawyers to defend her, but I did not know that she used that opportunity to put a lot of material there to backstabbing. So I cannot get involved because I'm the victim, right? When she attacked me, but I paid her for get a lawyer. Say let lawyer take care, criminal lawyer take care of her. And the DA had a bargain with her. basically say if you go for therapy, like therapy, or whatever kind of anger control, 12 months. It's called conditional dismiss. You heard about that? So we will dismiss the charge 12 months later. If you meet that condition, you go for the therapy, you go there. Then she actually find she's shopping around. Okay, the first session we went, first they said you need to do anger control. So we went to the family counsel therapy together. I'm telling you what happened. She started to argue with the family counsel because I told her that's the only counsel I think ever know both sides of a story. So he listened to my story, he listened to her story. I showed him what's happened in our life, the photo, the video, what happened, what she did to me. So the counsel have to tell her, you have a problem. You are very violent against. Then she started to argue with the counsel. The counsel actually had an evaluation, those kind of, I don't know, personality evaluation, right?
Mm-hmm.
The counsel canceled the counsel after a month. He said, I don't want to charge your money because you are not listening to me. If you're not listening to me, I don't want to finish the full session just because I wanted the money. I don't want to make, dishonest money. You cannot be changed. Then later, the counsel told me that evaluation, I am normal. She is off chat. Basically, she off chat. She's not in the chat. The square one. That pretty much meet my expectation. And the counsel said, you better divorce her as soon as possible. And he said, I only see this kind of woman in movie.
Wow.
All the documents together, right? Urinations, counsel things. But then she started, remember, if she cannot finish the session, the DA will not drop the charge. She got 12 months. So she was shopping around until she find a psychologist, a hired gun, willing to take. That's the time it's funny. Later I find out all these documents. Her mother, her father, living in China, who I living in the US all the time. We married after coming to the US. Never lived with me in the real life, seriously, okay? And wrote all the testimony, said, I'm the bad guy. To the counselor.
They never lived with you, but they wrote testimony for the counselor.
Oh, they probably lived with me. I would say during my lifetime, probably 20 days in the whole lifetime. But their testimony, their daughter is the good guy. I'm the bad guy. And they put everything in the records. Oh, anyway, but the DA later dropped the charge as they agreed, right? They say, hey, I gave you a condition, you finish the session. So she went back with this, say, I finished that. I'm the good guy. But DA never come to me say if they lied or not. DA just want to close the case. So DA just dropped the charge. That's her coming back. And later she would expunge the whole case. Now I don't even have any records right now.
Wow.
So she so basically you go there, everything she's been charged, you don't see it. It's gone. She got to wipe it clean. When I start a divorce case, I also have the video things to present what she did to me recently. The judge never allowed me to admit any evidence. I asked her for a temporary restraining order and a protection order. The judge go back, kick me out of house right immediately. And hold on. She never even asked for restraining order. I was the one asking for restraining order.
And then you got one put on you?
Yeah.
Sua sponte? No one filed?
No, I don't even defend myself, okay? I don't even have defending, okay? I say, judge, I come here ask for protection. Why are you kicking me out? You know what the judge said in the court? She looked at me and said, you want a protection? I want you to go out, get a protection.
And did your ex have a lawyer at this point in that hearing?
She had a lawyer. Okay, that's the problem. I'm telling you what's going on. She does not speak English very well. So she hired a lawyer who is also Chinese, can speak both English and Chinese, defend her, right? That's normal. If you talk about a lawyer who can speak, both languages, so you know what's going on. And that lawyer is not even appeared in the court for one single day. Not even appeared. Just one day before the temporary order hearing, she terminated that lawyer. Boom. She didn't even know if this lawyer is good or bad. She terminated that lawyer who can understand her. No issue. She hired a lawyer, local lawyer in South Lake called Leslie Barrow, who can only speak Chinese, English, doesn't even speak Chinese. Who will try to hire a lawyer who only speak the language she doesn't understand? What's going on? What's behind that? So they immediately replace that lawyer using her. That lawyer coming and That's why everything flipped. Later, I find out that lawyer is that judge's campaign sponsor, and she just had a party, a campaign fundraising party for that judge about 2 weeks ago in her office. So that judge did her favor for a campaign donation.
Was this judge terrible?
That's not terrible. Terrible was after that. Okay, terrible was after
What was
that.
this judge's name? Just so we can have
That
transparency.
judge was Lori DeAngelis. She screwed up everything in my case. So not only that, remember, when they deny my things, I can appeal. I can ask for de novo. It's called associated judge, de novo. And the court was so bad, they did not even give me a de novo hearing at all. De novo hearing by law must be held. It's like a review within 30 days. Within 30 days. Because remember, I'm on a temporary restraining order, right? I'm out of house. So they said if something wrong, I have to immediately go back. But the law only said they completely take the loophole of the law. The law say you must review the case. So I can just give all my evidence back, try to argue that. Remember, the associated judge is hired by the judge. They are basically the same, okay? They are partner, okay? They are like, I cover you, you cover me. So they intentionally run out of time for that hearing. Leslie Barrow come to the court. When she tried to do that, she started asking me a bank statement from my first account to last account. I got a 30 credit card account, which most of them, you know, that I don't even use that. So she started asking me, do you have this account? I said, so do you have this account? So she just burned out all the time. Then they say, okay, we didn't finish the hearing. We want to set continuous. The law never requests you set continuous within 30 days. To set everything I think they said everything 2 months later. Okay, I still have a hope. I say, hey, I don't know their trick. I say 2 months later I can come back, right? Because it's so wrong. She was arrested. She got a restraining order before. She got everything wrong. I should be back, right? 2 months later, Leslie Barrow also is the sponsor for that lawyer or that judge. So she basically owned that courthouse. She came to the courthouse, say, I'm sick. I need to set another continuous.
Wow.
Boom. That set to 5 months later. So I suddenly become like I have a restraining order. They don't give me any chance to review for set a hearing 9 months after that. By law, you have to do in 30 days. But I never got a hearing. That's another funny thing. Then they started attacking me with everything else. Using the situation they have right at that time, they drain me financially because Lori DeAngelis just keep on draining me until I run out of money. Remember, you will lose if you run out of money in civil court. So they want to keep the leverage against me by financially destroying me. And at that time, Lori DeAngelis did something very extreme. When she realized I already been drained out, no money, she ordered to drain money from my pension. She said, I'm going to order you to withdraw $50,000 from your pension to pay Leslie Barrow.
And was this like a 401k? Because can't you
Yes.
not take money out early?
You cannot. You can never. The law says you cannot. So they did that, okay, to pay the legal fee. At that time, my ex hid all her income. Later, I find out she had $100,000 cash.
What?
What? I'm telling you, my case.
Wow.
Yeah.
You found out a lot about her after.
No, listen. I am the one. I'm the one pay everything for my house expense. Basically, during our marriage, I paid everything. So
she never worked? She never had a job?
She worked for a massage, and she secretly opened a bank account. All her cash was hiding somewhere. Not even, the mailing address is not even home. Okay.
Wow.
Then she go to the bank. She go to the court and say, I don't have money. I don't have business. I don't have customer. She did not produce any record. She just say, I swore in, I don't have money. So,
that's what I was going to ask you. When they asked you for your financial records, did they ask her to produce hers as well, or only yours?
I don't have anything. My husband control me. I don't have anything. I don't know nothing. I don't speak English. I don't have a financial statement. I don't know tax form. Everything you go after my husband. I don't know anything.
Wow.
That's what she said. So
lawyers coached her well.
I'm a W-2 employee working for bank, so my income is on the paper. She just say I don't have anything. But, they take it as true. They wipe me out. So within the first 3 months, I'm already gonna wipe it out.
And did you ever have a lawyer, or you were pro se from day one?
I have a lawyer. My lawyer compromised with Leslie Barrow because remember, Lori DeAngelis, when she rewarded Anthony fee, she does not reward to Leslie Barrow. She gave to my lawyer. She said, okay, I'm going to drain this guy. You both split the money. So my lawyer goes, oh my gosh, I didn't know I can even get the money, collect for my own account customers. That would be great. So they started cutting deal, and they actually committed fraud upon court because federal law said you cannot withdraw money to pay legal fee. It's clearly in the federal law. So when Lori Yan just put an order says, because they have a motion for attorney fee. They have a motion. The motion was for ask for attorney fee. Then Lori Yan just say, okay, you don't have any money now. You have pension, 401k, withdraw that 50,000. There's a court order. But listen, my lawyer never gave me anything. He hid everything. So later, I was figured out about a year later. So they cannot withdraw money. So they, with that court order, they issued a garnishment to my pension. Another violation of the law. In Texas, you cannot issue a garnishment pre-judgment unless you have an application. They never file any application unless you have a bond and application. And also you cannot garnish pension. Pension is not garnishable. Doesn't matter. They did it anyway. Not only that, they called my bank first before they say, okay, what's his account? I want to get the money off him, blah, 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 blah. What's his, we want to make arrangement. So the bank actually on the phone, that's my guess, tell you cannot do it because I'm the bank, I'm holding the 401k, ERISA account. The law said we don't pay legal fee. Leslie Barrow went to the court, give a judge an order, ask the judge to say, I want to garnish her pension for sponsor support. We never had a hearing for sponsor support. So they basically changed everything. Think about that. You file a claim for car accident, and you go back to claim for airplane crash. That's what they did.
So is spousal support allowed to be garnished?
They don't even plead the spousal support. There's no motion at all. It's not about
But
allowed.
I'm saying under the federal guidelines, can they garnish your pension for the spousal support and not for the other thing? Or they can't do it for anything?
They cannot do it at all. They cannot do anything.
So what happened? Did she got an order?
They just use garnish to get the money out. And not only that, my lawyer told me
they took the money out of your 401k?
Yeah, they did it. They did it.
How did your bank accept the garnishment order if
Bank
it
said
was
bank said if I have a court order, I will have to do it.
So they just followed the court order, just did it. Wow.
Yeah, they did it. Okay. Anyway, so I realized that because bank have to give me a chance to objection, so they send the order to me. I say, what's going on? I never have a sponsor support hearing. You guys just forged the records out, right? And at that time, I don't know the law very well. All I know is I never had a hearing. If you want, remember, I'm a banking guy. You come to the bank. If you do something, you cannot forge your check, right? Right? You cannot forge. You cannot come say, hey, I'm gonna write a check for you, and seal. I wrote this one over there. Then later, you told the bank, say, can you wipe the name out and give another name because I want to give it to my uncle right now. No, you go back to reissue a check, right? They do that. They said, remember. First of all, they are not allowed to do that from money before the divorce. That's federal law. I'll give you a reason why don't allow to do that. I'll give you an example. If we are married, okay? I have a pension. Nobody can touch that. Government will say, before the age of 64, 5, you cannot touch your Social Security. You cannot touch the pension, right? How about we do a fraud? Hey, honey, I have $100,000, 1 million. I cannot get it. I want to do vacation. How about we file a divorce case? And you ask for child support or spouse support, I will consent. Then we get the money out. We consent. Okay, consent, right? No contest motion. I say, I give you 100 millions for the spouse support at that time. Okay, you got the money out. What do you have? You just basically get the money out before the 65 years old, which is IRS in the red line. Then later, we file no suit. We just settled. We don't want to divorce anymore, right? The law never said we cannot change my mind. So by this way, you basically have a backdoor to illegally withdraw money out of the fund, which the government 100% disallow you to do so. Remember? See, that's the reason this red line is very concrete. Until you are truly divorced, you can get the money out. Otherwise, some people are going to play the system, right? I file, I get something out, and I just then suit it. Then there will be no ERISA fund security or social security. So the law is very clear. You are not allowed to do that before the divorce. Hey, lawyer is not happy. Why? Oh my gosh, you have $1 million sitting there. I cannot charge you, right? Because I'm telling you, this money is not allowed to pay legal fee. But if they can get out before the final decree, remember, you might have 3 years, 5 years litigation, then you still have some money left. After that, the process is very simple. Finalize, sign off, divide the money. They can only get a maximum maybe 40 hours out of you. But in the 3 year time, they can charge you 500 hours. But the lawyer say, oh my gosh, this guy has a $1 million sitting there. If I leave him there, I can only get a 40 hours, billion hour. But if I get it before that, I can put all my bill, that money is mine. So in Texas, I'm telling you, this is a statewide, decades-long practice, fraud practice. They use before marriage order to withdraw money out of pension. Judges sign that, the company will comply, they get the money out. That is why I have a RICO suit against the whole state of Texas right now. Does that make sense?
So the whole state is in on this and it's violating the federal law.
Not only all states, you can bring the news out. I can tell you, I got people call me, they are doing that in other states as well. So it's a national-wide legal professor fraud thing, RICO case. I have been telling people, my case is bigger than Arnold case. Okay, what they don't know is not only it's illegal. Remember, if you are illegal, you only commit crime, right? So you have to wait for DA or DOJ to prosecute you. Civil has no remedy in the criminal prosecution. In the federal RICO Act, people always say, okay, RICO, you robbery the bank, gun, the smuggling the weapon, child, drugs. That's a RICO, right? You don't know there's one special clause in the RICO Act. Unlawful. So I know this provision so well. Unlawfully abstracting money out of pension fund for your own use or anybody's use. So it doesn't matter.
That's pretty specific.
Yeah, so as long as you get the money out, there's no law follow you, that's RICO. And since we have a pattern of the decades-long statewide, people are doing that. So that makes the entire system RICO enterprise. I'm not making up the law. So that's why I have a case. And I went to the federal, because my story goes wider and wider. I went to federal court once I realized what the law is. I'm telling you, the federal judge is in the same town, Fort Worth. So it's about maybe half mile away from, and he's the same judge come from the local. Everybody is his former colleague and classmates. If you have the entire system was stealing money, you think his hands is clean?
Of course not. And they're going to protect their buddies from the country.
Do you know how you protect the buddy? He dismissed my case, let everyone out. Then he said, I come to the court to sue everyone for money laundering. Mr. Yan never established any ground to support his claim for money laundering. So I dismiss his case. Out. I'm telling you, in my entire complaint, the civil action against a whole bunch of people, you will not find the words money laundering in my complaint. Money laundering is a different act. I think it's like 1362. I'm suing them for 664, which is ERISA fund embezzlement. In the entire ruling, the words ERISA never appear.
Wow. And this is a federal judge. What's their name?
Mark Pittman.
Pittman?
Yeah, Mark Pittman. See,
and which federal court is this in Texas?
It's North Texas Federal Court for the Worst
Northern
Division.
District?
Yeah. Hey,
okay.
I sued everybody. So in my appeal to the Fifth Circuit, I said in my filing, I have ERISA fund appeared 30 times. In my objection for his final ruling, I have ERISA fund appeared 12 times. In your entire ruling, the ERISA fund, pension fund, is not even shown once. In my entire complaint, I never have the money laundering showed. And you said I sue everybody for money laundering. What's wrong with you? You cannot be that bad, okay? So I basically exposed them on the surface. Okay, you know how he framed my case? He said I come to the court to sue certain fund injury. Certain. I use the words ERISA. He put a certain fund. Only ERISA triggered the RICO. Any other fund that does not trigger RICO. So he completely circumvented the keywords.
That was strategic on his end because he wants to play stupid.
He's not stupid. Nobody can be stupid.
Oh yeah, it's an act. They try to fabricate in the rulings to make it seem a certain way so that it messes up your appeal.
Yep. But I got my case reversed at Fifth Circuit right now.
So the Fifth Circuit ended up reversing it, or
because he is so dumb. Okay, he got this. He might be retaliating. Somebody gonna send this video to him. He's so dumb. Try to send me out of his court. I have 12 defendants I sue. I think I have 12. Okay, 11 of them ask for motion to dismiss. The last one he answered without asking for motion to dismiss. Then he ruled, said, because when you don't have a motion to dismiss, you cannot grant a motion. He said, I dismiss everyone. But he never said, he never even mentioned the last one. He forgot it. He completely forgot it. I immediately realized, so I preserved the issue. I told him, I said, hey, Your Honor, I don't have a final judgment. You have one defendant left there. You didn't even rule. Can you rule that one out so I can appeal? Please rule it. Because you didn't rule it. You just say everybody out, but you have to say, what do you do with him? So I put a motion for amendment, reminding him, say, you forgot somebody. I want to appeal. I don't care, but you need to rule that guys. He said, I don't care. Bye. You know why he does that? Because most of people don't have the skill to go through appellate court. That's why they do. They kick you to the next one. They knew you will fail there for procedural defects, everything. You just will fail that. So I went to the appellate court with 12 lawyers on the other side. It's starts from last year, April. So it's almost 1 year and a half. I went through the whole briefing. I fight tooth and nail. Actually, I went to the Fifth Circuit. I told them, I said, hey, in last year, when I appeal, I say, I have these defects. I have the problem because one of the defendants was not dismissed. It's not a final judgment. I said, I don't know I should come in here, but the district court kicking me out. You should remand my case back. So ask him to do the final judgment so I can appeal. Appellate court actually made a decision. They said, no, we have decided. We have a jurisdiction. Please go ahead, do the briefing. So I did a full briefing with them, 200 page. If you read my briefing, it was like, damn, I defeat everybody. Now appellate court, my case was decided by Chief Justice of Fifth Circuit. Last week, they only rendered a 3-page without addressing anything I argued. They said, we don't have jurisdiction. You go back to trial court. That's after 1 year and a half. After
they told you they had jurisdiction?
Yeah. Do you know why? I give you an example. I'm in the floor 1 fighting in the trial court, okay, fighting with everybody. Then the judge kicked me out, so you go to the floor 2, okay, second floor. That's appellate court. Go fight there. So I say, Judge, I haven't finished yet. The match I haven't finished. I'm still fighting. Judge said, I don't care. You go there. So I went to the second floor. I said, hey, I cannot come. I shouldn't be here. I need to go back to first floor because I haven't finished that. Then the second floor, which is appellate court, said, go ahead. I want you to fight over here. So I finished all the fighting. Right? I say, do I win? They say, okay, go back to first floor. So let me ask you, do you think I won or didn't win? I won. They cannot render the result. They say, okay, go back. I tell you, that's the logic behind that. Did you get my point?
They don't even know what to do with you at this point.
Yeah. So I find something just today again. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay. So since this is a very large thing, probably involved with the whole judiciary, maybe the whole national judiciary right now, lawyer, judge, they are still in the pension fund. Unless they change the words in the ERISA Act, otherwise, I'm telling you, they're doomed. Okay, the words is very clear. First, embezzle pension money is one of the RICO Act. Second, you only need 2 acts to form a case. You don't need 20, only 2. I have statewide, decades long. I have all the cases there. Then I meet everything. All the elements for racketeering. So everyone wants to sue racketeering. You need to go back to look at the RICO Act. You need 2, they call predicate act. Have to be very precisely meet the definition. And the ERISA, the Embezzlement Act is very broad. Think about that. For anyone's use. So basically, as long as you get the money out, obstruct the money for anyone use unlawfully. Hey, as long as you don't have a law to permit you, then you're doomed, okay? That's the whole deal. And they don't have a law allowing to do that. Texas law only allow, actually in the whole federal, only allow post-divorce withdrawal money, which is like explain to you the reason behind that. But that's against the lawyer's interest. See, if you go to the court, if everyone wants the money from your pension, if the whole lawyer society, the whole judge society say, I want no money out, people don't have defense, don't know it. I'm the only one find out that provision. Hey, you have about 1 million line of this law. It's the greed. What drives them is the greed. They are going after people's all assets, house, salary, banking account, saving account, everything, okay? Even go after people's like the mileage account, okay? And because they are so greedy, they go after every territory. What they didn't know, what they did not know, the state court did not know is federal is very strict on protecting people's retirement fund. That's what I put into my briefing. I say, I'm coming in the Fifth Circuit Appellate Court. Are you going to uphold the law to protect this country's people's retirement financial safety, or are you going to let the state judge and the state lawyer to continually to steal money from the people's pension fund? And they are defenseless. They don't know the law. I'm the only one coming here. I know all the procedures right now. I did not make any procedural mistake, legal mistake, right? I come here, and they don't want to answer my question. They said go back to trial court.
Yeah, and didn't they ask you to pay attorney's fees for a motion that they used fake AI case law to generate?
Oh, you know what? For the AI case law, they sanctioned the lawyer for $250 and $500. Now
That's it?
Now the lawyer is coming back for another motion, which the judge disfavored me, and he is asking for $11,000 on every case. So I'm being retaliated right now. In the entire Fort Worth Tarrant County judiciary, basically every judge, I'm in the court. So I'm in the court, they have jurisdiction on me. So in every lawsuit, they are sanctioning me right now. They're trying to drain me. Remember that in civil suit, if they drain me, you're out. You cannot proceed anything. And I claim the indigence, and they denied my indigence again and again. Look, they don't even give me a hearing. And Judge Terrible had his coordinator defrauded me. His coordinator sent me by Texas law, if you have indigent claim, you need a 10 days notice. Okay, his coordinator assigned me to a visiting judge with 9-day notice. Okay, and gave me a handwriting date. You know, I'm not grown in the US. I don't see handwriting. I mean, I always ask people, what's the handwriting? What's the handwriting? So I sent her an email. I say, what is the dates you put over there? She never responded to me. So I don't even know the dates.
Like you're saying it was handwritten and you couldn't read the date?
Yeah, I told her, what's the dates? I have an email. She never responded. I have evidence she opened my email. She never responded. So I had a non-appearance default hearing. They said I can't afford to pay the court expense. That's another silly thing. The court reporter in Cynthia Terrible's court said I have enough assets to pay the court reporter fee. And the opposing counsel come to testify, said I have a pension fund that can pay court reporter fee.
That's not a liquid asset.
See, then the judge said you have all the money you can pay for that. No, anyway, I'm not there. I cannot even defend myself. So they can put it in, and she even testified, say I have $500,000. I don't even have.
So this was all happening without you there?
Without me there. Yeah, she even testified I have $500,000.
And did anyone try to call you or notify you?
No, never. They don't do that. They want. That's a court reporter wants to listen. They are doing judge a favor. They knew I have a terrible case. They want to use that to kill my appeal. Right now, my appeal got killed. Appellate court said, the trial court said you can pay the cost, but you are not paying. So I'm gonna not take your appeal. So you're gone. So they just concreted everything. Whatever thing they did wrong, they just concreted. I don't even have a chance to write a briefing to tell them what has been wrong. Listen, the reason they want to do damage control is in my court, they forged the records. They forged the ERISA order to steal my pension fund. I never had a hearing. The judge and the lawyer entered the order with no hearing there. Think about that. You go to the court, you said, I want to claim my car insurance because, I want to have a damage because I got hit by somebody, I'm injured. and you got a court order say, oh my gosh, I'm going to put you on death penalty, and they just prosecuted you. Because whatever they ruled has nothing to do with whatever you pleaded. This is another large scale of fraud was Tarrant County's family court fraud. A lot of order, judge sitting there, judge don't write any order. Judge only sign whatever the order the lawyer gave to them. So in my case, I have lawyer give judge order to sign for the hearing. They use the hearing date, which was 6 months ago. Okay, let me ask you, if you have a 1,000 case in your court, somebody say, this is the order, what you ruled 6 months ago. This is what you said. Do you remember that?
No.
A judge was signed. So I have a lot of order in my case signed, has nothing to do with the hearing. Judge was just signed. I got out of house. The order was signed, they entered, and there's no hearing, no motion.
Yeah, and you know what? Like listening to you talk, you know, I'm hearing all of these other predicate acts like forgery, extortion, all of these times when they're setting it up so that they have to force you to give them money. That's extortion. Every time that they're forging documents, those are predicate acts too, not just the ERISA stuff. So you have so much fraud and proof of misconduct.
Yeah. I went to sheriff. I went to DA. DA said, you want to prosecute any lawyer in the court proceeding, you need to go to the court proceeding, ask a judge to rule it. The judge doesn't want to cover that. Judge is immune for anything they did in court proceeding. So basically right now, Texas, the judge has been using the entire system to safeguard the fraud, white-collar crime fraud in the courthouse. Judge is immune from any ruling. I showed Judge Terrible, the order said they rewarded Anthony fee. I showed Judge Terrible the order they forged. Say, I have a child support, spouse support. I say, you don't have any motion for spouse support in the docket. These two things are different civil course of action. I have a fraud upon the court. Do you know what Judge Terrible said?
What?
I quote you exact her words. She said, they are exactly same.
What?
She's immune for saying that. So she's doing damage control for fraud upon her court.
Wow. And have you gotten any judges recused at all?
I have 8 judges recused.
Including Terrible?
Oh, terrible recused right now. Okay, I have 8 judges recused with, okay.
That's amazing.
Hold on. 7 of them, I never file a motion. They just so spun gone.
Wow.
I said, stay here. You guys have a fraud upon court. I want to screw your reputation. You lie. So all the judges said, damn, I'm not going to say they are, okay? Because a lot of judges, recused. I don't even talk to them about my case. I never even know them in my life. They just recused. Why? Think about it. Why did they recuse me? I don't even know them in my personal life. I never talk to them. Why? You have 7.
Because they all talk. That's why. Did you ever make any judicial review complaints to Texas?
That one doesn't work. Judicial review is administration things. Only talk about a judge. I'm telling you, we have several judges.
Did you try?
No, I haven't tried that.
Okay.
I haven't tried that.
You know it's a waste of time.
First, I don't want to waste time. I'm suing them right now. I'm suing everybody else right now. I put everybody in the federal court dockets right now, okay? I'm telling you, we have a judge has been disciplined 2, 3 times, 4 times. They are still judge. You cannot remove them. Doesn't matter. They don't lose a penny. You spend all the efforts. They don't lose a penny. Okay? They are forging the records. They're changing everything else. And they make sure you cannot prove anything. You cannot win liar in liar's platform. What I'm doing right now, I'm exposing them. You see my post. I make sure everybody believe and get convinced they are liar in our society. I can lose anything. Let them be it. Let them be it. I don't care right now. I don't care about all the things. Right now, they try to jail me. I have a motion probably set hearing in November. And that's another funny thing. The Cody Martin, the liar AI guys, he filed a petition trying to jail me in July. I'm telling you, my ex, he working for client, right? My ex was not even in the country. She's out in China in the whole month. There's a petition coming. When you go to China, I'm telling you, Chinese Communist Party, they blocked internet to US. If you are in China, you cannot access anything, Google, Gmail, phone, nothing. You cannot access Facebook, anything. So my ex was there with my ex's limited knowledge about anything else. There's no way she can access a US source. So basically, she's out of communication in the whole July. So it's not my ex actually filed a petition, wants to put them into jail. It's Cody Martin.
It's almost like your ex realized early on that she could just
No.
pay off one of these corrupt lauriers.
No, my ex is taking advantage of that. My ex has so many things. If she loses, think about that. She has been laundering more than $100,000 cash. She has been have all this kind of domestic violence, criminal violence, and she has all kind of shit right now over her back. She's paying those lawyer in cash. The lawyer is laundering cash for her right now to defeat me, and there's no lawyer can help me to fight this system. No lawyer. The lawyer.
No lawyer will touch it.
No. This kind of lawyer is not in the market. They want to make money. They are not fighting for justice. They're fighting for money. Okay, so I have to fight alone by myself when the entire town, the circle hates me right now. I don't care. Go ahead, do it.
Well, I mean, it's really admirable that you're dedicating so much of your time and efforts to this. And I know it, like, you know, when you're trying to juggle work and all these cases and everything, it's a lot. And also, you know, trying to juggle spending time with your family, your daughter. So I know it's a lot. Have you also been trying to help other parents in Texas? And
I'm helping a lot of people a lot with my capacity, but I've been very straightforward. I say, you know, my time is really limited. Even myself is really, you know, struggling with all the time management right now. So if sometimes I just go cut it short, because a lot of people, okay, first of all, I think you might be aware that a lot of people are fake advocates, okay? Just like we have a lot of bad judge, bad lawyer, but also we have a lot of parents. They just try to win, but they don't have ground. They are abuser. They have a problem. Okay, not everyone's supposed to be parents. If you have someone come and say, "Oh, just because I'm a father or because I'm a mother, I'm entitled to see my children," they don't talk about what they will be alleged. I mean, what's the cost of losing that? Right? You'll be transparent. I see you post your stuff like that, right? So, but a lot of people don't even show anything, and they can't even give a defense on what they have been doing. Okay, that actually, unfortunately, is a majority. The problem is majority of the parents I met. I'm actually, but within my circle, a lot of people are good. Okay, so I told them very straightforward. I cannot help you to advocate for your merits, but I'm helping everyone, regardless of who you are, to make sure the judicial will give you due process. So if they violated the due process, even if you are a bad guy, okay, they take away your parents' right, but they don't give you a hearing. They intentionally ambush you. That's wrong, right? Or they intentionally forged your records. That's wrong. Hey, even this guy a bad guy, you don't forge records, right? And right now, that's what's happening right now. They forge the records so judge can get a short close. Texas are evaluating judge by their efficiency. That's one of the things. One of the way they force efficiency figure looking good is they force you. Like my case. In the beginning, they destroyed me. They make sure I cannot survive the court, so they can close my case. Instead, they forced me to settle. They even offered me, after they forged all the records, think about that. I'm the one to get kicked out of the house. I'm the one get garnished 75% of my income during the time. They took. I only got about $1,000 per month to live. Did you know that?
So was your divorce finalized yet?
Finalized right now, but my appeal didn't go through. They never let me to breathe. They just shut me down. So I never had an appeal. So basically, nobody reviewed my case at all. The whole judiciary, I got a 7-8 judge recused. You are right now. I'm telling you, the only judge who want to take over my case is the one are willing to retaliate me. Good judge don't want to touch me.
And I think I saw one time you posted something making a comparison between how things are in China. And, you know, a lot of people, especially people that don't live in the United States, seem to have this illusion in their head that America is this great country where everything is just and there's justice and freedom. And then like you come to America and you go to the courts and you realize like what's really going on. And as somebody with a background in finance, like you know, said you have all this oversight and regulation and everything is accounted for, but then you go in family court and there's zero oversight, zero accountability. Do you think that it's almost in a way worse here in the system than it is even in China?
It's absolutely worse here. You
Wow.
don't look at two different societies. Say some society is 100% on every aspect is worse than US, right? There's some bad things, there's good things. For the civil parts, the Chinese government don't deal with your family. They because they don't make money out of you. They don't get the money from the child support fee. They don't get the money from they don't get the money from adopt your kid. They don't get the money from anything. So if you are doing business, you become very wealthy. Then you're starting to have to deal with government contractor. You got to be very careful if you have something, because once you do business, right, always a lot of backdoor deal stuff like that. That is really, you see a lot of case got compromised. Okay, political things. Then you start to deal with the party peoples, but in the normal family life, what's their problem? They have no motivation to screw up a mother or a father, right? Why they do that? Listen, I mean, even so that we cannot own gun, I mean, in China when I was there, right now they still cannot own gun, but I'm telling you, there are people sending a bomb to bomb the courthouse.
Oh
They
my
do it.
God.
They do it, and there are people going to police station to just slaughter the police. When they got oppressed, they will do something. So I'm talking about you talk about the top one. The lower one actually are very cautious to try not escalate the situation. Actually, the lower one are not protected. I can tell you, the structure of Communist Party is the top 500 are extremely privileged. You basically, you sue them, you're gone. I even think if they want to kill somebody, they will get away. Okay, but everything else, if you are not in the royal bloodline, can be thrown under bus. So I'm telling you, this is a real figure. There's more than 10,000 judges and the police got to be put into jail for corruption. The highest one they put into jail is a Supreme Court justice. They put into jail. Have you seen that happen in US?
Never. Not in my life.
Yeah. So the US is different. Right now, I'm seeing is not top 500 is untouchable. Right now, I'm seeing about you have 500,000 lawyers untouchable.
The entire bar.
Yeah, you understand? The whole system is like that. So which one you prefer? It's up to you. But their civil process is more transparent right now, especially for the people. Because I tell you, not only I have a divorce case over here, I also have a divorce case in China right now. Because I mean, I got married over there, so they use a certificate, which is a statutory one. So which means the certificate can only be dissolved only by their system can dissolve it. Otherwise, you can be dissolved by US, but US can only do common law, right? It's common law. You cannot take away a license. For example, they can say, if I carry a Chinese license coming here to drive, and they can say you cannot drive over here, but you never revoke the Chinese license. That's still called go back. So actually, I did one in China. It's very transparent. Everyone communicated judge by sending a file to a central file system, and everybody has access. So every party, your lawyer, your lawyer, yourself, every party has the same access to. It's just like a central system. You drop a file over there, and everybody can see that. So
A Dropbox.
Dropbox, and everybody see what's finding over there. Okay, and that makes system very transparent. And you want to communicate to the judge, you send a box, you send it like a message. It's like you post on billboard, you post over there. The judge will respond to you, but everybody can see that what judge will respond to you.
Wow, that's a good idea.
Right? So
something maybe we could see them implementing here one day. They'll say no, of course.
They do that because there's no money they can make over there. Okay,
exactly.
But over here, the judge are screwing up every individual's life to make it huge money. Listen, I have seen in Tarrant County, I have a lot of people, they go to the court. It's like $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000. I have seen someone in the same court. He started divorce with 14 million. He ended up bankrupt.
Wow. It's so sad because think about like you could pay for your kids to have investment properties, pay for their college, be set for life, or you could just throw it all down the toilet.
No. Basically, the deal is you have to let them do the fraud. You let them do the fraud. You leave it alone, they leave you alone. I'm the person right now. Remember, they offer me the house, offer me the primary custody, no child support fee. They said settle. That was after they committed fraud. I already know something wrong. I said, I don't want to settle. I want discovery. Later, I finished discovery. That's why I find out my ex has $100,000 cash hiding somewhere. The settlement return is very specific. Everybody owns everybody's cash, so which means they try to hide her cash without the discovery. I say, no, I want to know how much cash she has been accessing. So I find out there's at least what I dig out is $100,000. Wire transfer everywhere. She just deposit in, deposit out, stuff like that. So Cynthia Tarrant is trying to help her laundering the money right now. That's why they don't want me appeal. If I appeal, everyone is very bad. They kill my appeal, right? The whole traditional kill my appeal. But I'm not gonna finish that. I'm not gonna finish. Trust me. Keep this video.
Absolutely.
I will be national hero. I'm not going away. I have a judge gone. They don't want to touch that. I still have a judge who wants to come to slaughter me. Try me. Try me. The only time I don't talk, the only time I don't go back after that, they can take all my money. I don't care. Come put me to jail. I don't care. How long they can put me to jail? 6 months? 12 months? A year?
Have they tried yet?
I'd rather have a pleading doing so, right? Listen, the whole trick, I already know that. My legal argument doesn't make any sense. They just need a process. I go in there, right? Opposing counsel raise some points. I raise some points. Even if I can win, the come out result will be opposing counsel's point. My point is not even in the ruling. No issue can be preserved. Gone. They will not let me appeal. They will not let me appeal. They will wipe me out. Then they will rule I can pay for everything. So I don't get any recorder, any report, any transcript. They don't get me nothing. But I'm not going away. I'm not going away. That's not me. I'm very smart. I'm very tough. As long as I can breathe, I'm going back after them. So they have to kill me.
And so as somebody who never had like professional or formal legal training, how did you start to teach yourself about the law? Because you've educated yourself a lot. Did you just read books? Like what helped you learn up the law?
I don't have the confidence. Before I started that, I don't know I can reach that. I don't know I can reach today's hate. Trust me. I grow. Every year I grow. Every month I grow. But I am a different. So that's why I don't think anybody is suitable to go this path. I'm very unique. That's why I don't want to say, okay, if I can go to, I can tell you how unique I am. I'm a completely self-studying guy all the way in my life. And I'm a very high achievement academically, okay? But when I graduated from high school, go to the college, my time college in China, we only got 66% of people can go to college, 6% of the population.
Wow.
Okay, for every student graduated from high school in same generation, like this year grad, only 6% can go to college. And that 6% college have different tier 1, tier 3, tier 4, right? All tier is 6%. I'm in tier 1. That tells you where I am. Not only that, during the whole class, I went to the college, I mean, in my high school, I'm the only one I can tell everybody. I even tell my daughter right now. I say, all the way I go to college, I don't write any notes. I don't have notes. I go to classroom, empty hands, empty house, empty hands in, empty hands out. I just sit there. That's it. I don't have notes.
You have a photographic memory?
I don't know. I just understand everything.
You just absorb it and remember?
I just understand. I don't have to remember. Anything remember, I'm bad. Okay, I'm very bad. Anything you need to remember, but mathematics, science.
You're basically a genius.
I don't know. I'm a lazy guy. I'm very lazy. I always. So that's why it gave me the advantage when I try to read certain things. I just can't absorb that. See, you need you don't see anybody absorb at this grade because they don't have their study style is not like that. That's why I cannot say, hey, you can do it. All I can say is I'm raising the ceiling. Okay, you're not the only one say I'm genius. I have a lot of advocates say I'm raising the ceiling. When the ceiling goes up, the floor goes up. But if you want to reach what I'm doing right now, I think you need starting from very young age. Basically, the whole learning style, the habits, the way you observe me. I read it very fast. Read faster is not some capability you can gain in 6 months. It has been trained when you were very young.
And do you use AI at all to help you?
I do use AI to help. Yeah, I use AI, but I don't use AI to write. AI is AI kiss you. AI kiss you. Okay, anything you said, AI kiss you. Okay, yeah, right.
AI feeds the delusions.
Yeah, not only delusion. AI will tell you everything you said is right. So they will not tell you what's wrong. They will, but
They
Think about it.
sugarcoat it.
Okay, everything I wrote in my brief, in my Fifth Circuit, AI did not know. I gave to somebody to read that. Somebody was also very smart. I think he's very smart. I used to call him. I said, "You are the perfect second to me," but he wrote because he said, "This one is absolutely not from AI because AI don't think that way. AI will follow whatever people thinking. There are certain things AI does not know. They do not break through because if you tell them that way doesn't go, they don't break through. So I cannot use AI to do what I'm doing. AI helped, but AI is a soldier. AI is not a general.
Yeah, and it seems like you even use like the formatting looks beautiful. Like you'll use
That's not AI. That's not AI.
italicized, like
That's not AI. You see my
use
fighting, right?
style guides. So it's like a lot of people, you could tell that you put a lot of care into what you're doing in your work, and you pride in your work. And I think that that's important. It's not just being smart or knowing where to read or how to research. It's actually being able to be dedicated enough to put in those hours of sleepless nights and what it takes to make the work perfect like that.
Actually, it does not. You see my filing, right? Very beautiful layout, everything. It does not take that much as you thought, because if you can be a person really put attention on details, if put attention on detail become your part of your lifestyle, for me, it's lightning speed. I just started doing that. I don't miss anything. For me, it's like, okay, I can change like 20 times. I still, every version is follow the same standard. Sometimes when you change it, right, the whole style just screw up, right? But I can change it. Every time I finish my draft, that version is perfect. Then I do it again, screw up. I can very quickly make everything good. So if you know what you are doing, I do have a lot of trick about the styling, about how to make things appear good. I do have a lot of trick. I'll tell you, there's certain book I read that makes sense. See, you read a lot of book, how you absorb. Some book don't talk about key points. You read very fast. Boom. You need to realize what is the key points they try to tell you. There's certain things a lot of things I posted actually was already coming from my absorbed understanding. I say, hey, you need people's attention. That's how you get their attention. The clerk only read like 15 minutes about things. How you get their attention. How you make sure everything looking good. There's some skill I can tell you the lawyer didn't even know. That's why I don't talk anywhere. I mean, I do offline talking. I don't talk online. I don't want a lawyer know. I don't want a paralegal know. I don't want anybody else know. There are certain ways I know that right now, but I will offline tell advocates. I will offline tell parents, because I want them to see. We have our advantage. They have theirs. They have their club membership. Right? We have our advantage. We are people from different backgrounds. We share our knowledge. I don't teach them. I made it very clear. I don't teach those people. Okay. I have not lost legal ground. Right now, on my opposing side, in the federal court, opposing side, they hide. One of the counsel is from top 10 national firm in New York, partner, voted by Law Magazine as one of the top 10 in that area. ERISA found. So one of the top 10 ERISA found expert in the article is on my opposing counsel right now. And I have former state of Texas president as my opposing counsel. So they send in Michael Jordan, everyone. They haven't defeated me yet. Hey, some people might say, I survived the court, right? But you are dealing with a lousy lawyer. I'm dealing with elite team right now. All of them. I'm dealing with state of Texas. I'm dealing with the top lawyer. He has been voted as like a top 1% of US lawyer. I mean, okay, I'm telling you, I can see quality of the work. I give a very fair evaluation. The most easy one to defeat is those things come from the government lawyer. Private firm does produce high quality. The national firm, the one of the national firm, they tried to do against me. They did a perfect briefing. Boom. You can never rebut them on the face. If you see how I rebut them, you will see what's going on. So basically, they said why I should win. Apple, I should win, right? Then it's so well constructed that I can never win Apple. The problem is they reframe the issue. I look at the law, I say, I don't want to argue with Apple. Apple is right. They charge the client a lot of money to argue why Apple is right. I never come to argue Apple. I say, hold on. The law said apple and orange. And I'm talking about you didn't comply with orange. It's and. I just bold that. And. So now I'm attacking the and the provision and the orange provision. So I'm telling you, I mean, quality does matter, and big firm does produce high quality worker, but they have never met people like me before, so they have to deal with that. If you see my today's post, I don't know if you saw that, read it or not. That one is extremely good.
I think I saw one, but I'll have to double check it.
No, that one is extremely good. That one is I'm continuing cornering my judge, and but you know what? It doesn't work in local society. The judge is shameless. They I mean, they have nothing to do. I can tell you my experience right now in Texas court. Whatever happened in the court has nothing to do with law. Whatever happened in the court has nothing to do with civil rule of procedure. Whatever happened has nothing to do with the facts. That's it. That's what they do. They only care about 2-hour billing, court proceeding, get the money out of you, and you'll get lost so they can go back to their life. That's it. They don't follow anything. They don't even care about anything. I don't think we even have a judiciary right now.
Yeah, and what's sad is like if you walked in there and you had no pension, no income, no home, no assets, they would have never done this. They attack people like a vulture when they see that they have money or assets or any level of success, because then they think, okay, let's extort this person, or they'll try to take your children or put you in a desperate position.
I'm telling you, family court has taken billion and billion from people's assets give to the family court lawyer. They are doing the forgery. They are doing the fraud. The only thing is, as I said, law enforcement is letting the judge. Law enforcement don't have immunity, absolute immunity. They have qualified immunity. So they knew they cannot stop the whole. They cannot be the gatekeeper of the crime. We can sue them at some point, right? When we sue them, we can do discovery. We can expose something. So they just shift the whole thing. Say, judge, come hold the door for me. I know you have absolute immunity. So judge, come and hold the door for me.
That's what makes it RICO. They're all working together in this network.
Oh my gosh, RICO, you prove that. Think about how can you prove that when they are on the other side, everybody is helping themselves in the court system. It's very bad. I'm telling you, the reality is real. They go after children, try to get the money out of you. They go after your property. If they can destroy someone with 40 million, I don't have 40 million. I think they can destroy me easily, which is the path I'm going, but I'm not going away. I'm not going away. Remember that. This is not a threat, okay?
And you have some stuff right now currently in the Supreme Court, United States Supreme Court?
No, I don't have anything right now. Supreme Court is basically a lucky lottery, and they don't care about anything. You look at that. I mean, in the last 10 years, I don't even think they have even take one per se case. Supreme Court play a different game right now. I'm not saying Supreme Court is good or bad, but their platform is for their club. You understand?
They cherry pick the cases that are political.
No, it's a cherry pick the case from their friends. That's it. Everybody has their own playground. The judiciary is gone. It's gone.
You know what's interesting is that one of my law school professors said to us that several years ago, the Supreme Court was required to take all appeals. And then they started making them ask for cert because they were getting too many cases and felt overwhelmed. So like in the way the system was designed, it would make sense if they had to take every appeal, just like the circuit courts do. But now by cutting it off, it really restricts us. And also like with the filing fees, that's something that I, have been vocal about of wanting to challenge. And maybe even you could, add the challenge is that there shouldn't be filing fees in court anywhere, because why are there filing fees in court? We pay taxes.
Filing fee is on the face. That's not a big deal. Trust me. Filing fee is not the truth. If you really have justice, filing fee is peanuts. It's not something very big. Okay. If you argue about your filing fee, then you really don't have big merits. Think about
what if you can't afford it?
Listen, it's not a filing fee
waiver, like you said, they could deny your fee waiver.
Since they are terrible court. His court reporter, one time they try to oppress somebody's appeal. Do you know how much he asked for the court reporter transcript? How much he asked? $500,000.
No way.
You talk about a filing fee.
For one transcript?
for the whole. You appeal. You need the
For
whole.
all the proceedings?
Yeah.
What?
You talk about a
Wow.
filing fee. Filing fee don't stop you. When
But
you,
see what I mean though? Like, let's just say we eliminated all of the
so
procedural fees.
what?
Like,
And listen, I went to his court. I went to his court, right? I got 5 minutes, maximum 10 minutes. Then everything finished. I come back. I say, how much gonna cost? He said $500 for 10 minutes. That's it. You don't have a second source.
but that's what I'm saying. What if it costs nothing? What if there was no having to beg for a fee
It's
waiver?
intentionally designed. Like I said, they have every way to bleed you out until
Exactly.
you lose. They have every way. You talk about a filing fee. Filing fee is $10 for motion. I'm telling you, $150 for a petition. Okay, $300. That's for the case. You open
file
a
a
case.
federal appeal, it's like 600.
Yeah, 600. That's true. But federal don't ask you to pay the court reporter fee. Think about that. It's state court ask you to pay court. Federal court, I can get a completely 2,000-page records for free.
I had to pay for my federal transcript.
No, how do you? Do you have? You talk about a hearing. You had a hearing.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the record. The record is given.
Okay.
Right?
So you have to pay just to get your record for appeal?
Yes, $2,000.
That's insane. See, all of these things are gatekeeping methods to block regular pro se litigants from justice.
Let me tell you another thing. If you want to fight a grievance against the judge did something wrong, you need to give the grievance committee, the discipline, SCJC, judicial conduct. You have to give it the transcript so they can verify that. Okay, if the judge did say something wrong to you, how can you afford to grievance every time it costs you $5,000 for a transcript fee or $3,000 transcript fee just for file grievance, and they dismiss 99% of grievance? Think about that. The whole grievance process become a money machine.
Exactly, that's my whole point. Your first moment.
Yeah, if I get 100 case and every case give me pay $5,000, we are generating revenue for the judicial right now, and they dismiss.
It's basically like saying, like, you have the First Amendment right to petition the government for grievances, but only if you can afford it, and that's unconstitutional. They cannot attach fees to a constitutional right.
That's still not the issue. The real issue is they never stopped the wrongdoing. If they put like 10 people hanging on the wall, which is like open square prosecution, the rest of people will behave. Just like you put the people into jail, the rest will stop the crime. If you stop putting people into jail, the lawyers, judge, they will not stop the crime. They already see what's the system limits here right now. What I can see, the system has no limits for judge and the lawyers. They can do anything they want if they dominate the local law society. That's what's happening right now.
So what are some ways that you're trying to advocate for change or reform, if any?
I already give up my hope. I think reform does not come from the benefits from that. No way. There are benefits, and they control everything. Even Trump said the same. He said lawyer is the biggest lobby. Lawyer is this. He did in the interview. Remember that? He said, "Who is the biggest lobby? Lawyer is the biggest lobby, right? Lawyer always win. We always lose. Goes to court, right?" He has some comments about the judge as well, right? I mean, he just learned that, but everybody was learning that in the Texas court right now, and unless they starting to do some prosecuting, otherwise I don't see anything can be stopped right now. I mean, my goal right now is not to prevail. I don't have confidence with the system. I've seen people in Texas, their case never get reversed. It's completely illegal. If completely the judge has no jurisdiction, no, doesn't matter. You will be stopped. Okay, if you want to seek for justice, the court will tell you, I don't have jurisdiction, because they see you can win. But if you lose, they will proceed regardless of jurisdiction.
Exactly. They pick and choose when the laws apply. Everything's arbitrary.
Yeah. No. If you win, they would say, I don't have jurisdiction, go back. Just like what happened for me in the appellate court. But if you lose, I have people, I have several people I know that case come from no jurisdiction. Right now, my house is under receivership. They give my house to somebody else to sell. Completely, they're signing a contract. They don't even tell me one piece of what they're doing right now. They try to sell my house. That order is void without jurisdiction. I'm telling you. But I go to the court. No appellate court wants to rule that issue. They just say, I don't want to say it. That's it. So can you believe in this country, Not only they're retaliating me when they don't even have a jurisdiction. I'm void order.
Yeah, it's like they just have no shame. Like they
They
think
don't
they
have shame.
can get away with
Shame is
everything.
about the people who care about the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a shame, first of all. Secondary, I don't have too much hope on those people. Remember, this is I always say, you go to CNN, you will never expect those hosts to talk about anything disfavor their own feeling. So this kind of things never come from their mouths. They hold a microphone. You go to the court, who hold a microphone, the judge, they will never rule anything against their own feeling. No matter what, you don't hope that words come from them. So what I'm doing right now is, as long as I'm still breathing, I'm doing everything to embarrass them. I'm doing everything to let every people know. I'm educating people. They are criminal. Just like if I don't explain to you, you don't know what they have done to my case, right? I mean, locally, I have a lot of people, they already know what's going on with my case. We have Texas advocate, they knew it. They see my excess video, the video urinating, the video was abusing my kids. My kids had welts on the back, was whipping with the wire hanger. They had bloody welts. No I mean, they don't want to prosecute it, because if they prosecute it, that will prove judge is wrong. So everyone, the law enforcement don't want to prosecute it. DA don't want to prosecute it, because they prosecute it, judge will be wrong. No. So my kids has physical injury, bloody welts. And in the video, she clearly told me, mother did that. Because I find out, I was asking, I said, who did that to you? Because I know my ex were whipping my kid. You know what? Judge Terrible says that's excessive. She admit that. Because I cornered her. I cornered her at the grade. She said, that's excessive discipline. Hold on. So what's the injury? What's the injury? You say it's when you're excessive, you don't have any protection. If you cause injury, you're going to be prosecuted. So what's the injury? Did you see blood? Did you see welts? Right? And also you need to think about a kid's age. If you have a teenage kids, you have some discipline that's called excessive. My children is 3 years old. What are you disciplining a child for 3 years old? What are you disciplining? I'm telling you, she was not disciplined for something wrong. It was because my ex was angry. I told you, when she got angry, she will urinate in the car. When she got angry, she abused my child. She put all the anger on my child.
And the court has never ordered her to take a mental health evaluation? Or you said that she did with the criminal case and then she...
No. Listen, the other industry, you will find enough people willing to get paid to say whatever the judge wants in Tarrant County. There is an evaluator will say anything judge wants. So listen, when they say anything, they can take away your kids. They can keep the kids away with the abuser. There's always the industry will do that. They got a business from the court. They will not again. Even if the law enforcement don't want to prosecute, you think any professor going to testify against the lawyer? Come on.
No, most of them get threatened or bribed to keep their mouth shut.
Yeah, not keep it. They keep their mouth shut. The judge will refer business to them. The judge who ruled, Lori DeAngelis, who helped Leslie Barrow, to win the case. I have heard about people come from her court. She gave an evaluation, the child evaluation business, to a felony, a convicted felony. When the mother find out, okay, the felony is ask her to sign a contract to say, anything I did to your kids, you cannot sue me. This is my service contract. You waive every right to sue me.
What?
Okay, hold on. The mother don't want to sign the contract because, right? She said, I can do anything wrong to your children, but you cannot sue me for the liability. So the mother said, I don't want to use this evaluator. And also, I learned that she is a convicted felony, and she's still on patrol. She's on patrol. Okay, she's still in the jail time, right? You know what the Lori DeAngelis tell her in the court?
What?
This is my order. If you don't go, contempt of court, I'll put you into jail.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's like a literal threat.
Yeah, I put you into jail. Listen, contempt of court order. I put you into jail. That's it. They do that all the times. That's why they put everybody into jail. That's why they want to put them into jail. They want me to do certain things. If I don't do it, I go to jail. It's like a blank check. They can say, you come out of your door today, you step your left foot first. If you step your right foot, contempt for my order, I put you into jail. I have seen all kind of court order. It's a blank check. They say you cannot if your children get sick, you cannot call ER. If your children, you have some problem, you cannot call 911. All kind of order sitting there.
Yeah, they say, oh, you can't take your kid to the doctor. You can't take them here when they know there's abuse because they don't want you to go to the doctor and get a report.
Evidence. Yeah.
Exactly. Try to do that to me too. I mean, honestly though, like I feel like you're on point with everything you're saying is accurate and it's happening everywhere, not just in Texas. But I do think that you've inspired a lot of people to keep being vocal, to keep fighting. And like, even, sometimes I felt like depressed or sad or just like, oh, this is a waste of time. But then I'd see like people like you posting about your filings and, you're doing appeals, you keep going, you keep fighting. And it's like inspiring. It's like, oh, well, if he can do it, like maybe I should keep trying. Maybe I should keep going. And it's like, even if you feel like, not everybody can handle it, sometimes you don't realize the effect that you have on others who are watching and like looking up to you.
For me, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'll give you an example. If I have my argument, I have 100 case law I use to build my argument. If you can take 10% of them, it help you. If you take 20% of them, it help you. So you need, everybody, you need to spend time to read. You try to ask me, I cannot afford that. Anyone ask one question, I'll have 100 people ask me 100 questions, I'm done. But I can put my work together, high quality, looking good, easy reading, not some trash things. Read it, find out anything can support your argument, and read where my logic came from, where my things has been coming from. Because there are a lot of law you guys don't know. Only when I put it over there, oh wow, it's not true, right? So you basically increase their difficulty. I'll give you an example. You go to the court, if you know nothing, you don't know the procedure, you don't know the format, you don't know the, sometimes they say, okay, margin, whatever the format, they can strike you down for form defects. And they come out, looks like they are the good guy. Hey, I did the good things, right? This guy had no, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. He's out. I try to help people to improve all the defects. Or people say, okay, doesn't matter. You're perfect, they still will not let you win. Yeah. If you are perfect, and they have to lie.
Right. Then you prove that they lied on the record because you show that.
Yep. If you are not perfect, they were using any of your weakness to strike you down. But if you are perfect, they have to lie.
Exactly. That's why when people don't want to follow the rules.
That's why my federal judge lied. And when they say ERISA fund, he said it's a money laundering. He has to lie. He has to lie. If he go for ERISA fund, I win, right? I force him to lie. I put on the records, right? I put on the appellate court. I say, this is the table. How many times I use ERISA fund? How many times in his motion? 0. I just put an appellate court. So appellate judge right now, chief judge say, oh my gosh, I really cannot do things like that. Go back, fix that. So right now the case come back to district court. They basically ask him to fix that. Don't make yourself look like an idiot, okay? Don't ruin this way. I gave you a chance. I don't want to embarrass you. So today's things I put over there, actually I put him at the court. I want him to lie again.
Oh my God. Yeah, and they're watching your page. I see like court personnel commenting on your posts. I'm like, oh my God, these people are watching.
No, okay, I can tell you, I have lawyers approaching me from different states, even from other states, stuff like legal person messaging me, say, hey, you know what? I mean, if I fight, I get retaliated by the system. I still need to make money. But trust me, your news is among the lawyers. So there are a lot of lawyers know what I'm doing, okay? I'm not saying every lawyer are bad. There are a lot of majority of the lawyer. I don't want to tell you who told me. I have a conversation with a lot of people, judge, lawyer as well, okay? But I'm very disciplined. I never go to the judge say, you know what, you're gonna help me, whatever stuff, right? I mean, I don't talk to lawyers that way either. But the majority of the people, they just, and we understand it, they just want to make money. They knew if they fight, they will lose their license. They got to retaliate. For them, they need to feed their family. But from their heart, they admire my work. They admire my work quality. I'm telling you. I don't talk about the trash. I'm fighting against the very small minority of the bad judge. I mean, locally, we have a criminal court lawyer. They don't even do family court. They say, I don't even make friends with them. See, family court lawyer in Texas, I look at the figure, it's only about 7%. I believe we have a lot of lawyers don't play this game, right? But think about that. With all the energy I spend to fight, they don't have energy to do that either. If they do that, for them, it's like, if I'm fighting 12 lawyers, can you think I'm a lawyer can do that? No, they cannot afford that to do either. No lawyer can fight against 12 lawyers for 2 years with RICO. Look at them. I have a 2,000-page filing. I have 5 cases right now.
Yeah, and don't forget, each of those lawyers has a team of paralegals and legal staff that's drafting it for them.
They can, if they fight, they fight their own case. They cannot even afford to pay them. Listen, they have overhead expense, so they cannot do it, right? But I'm really someone they haven't seen before. So let me do it, because I know my brain is very strong. So as long as I can survive, I will keep on giving those idiot hustle. I will not only prove they are wrong once, I prove they are wrong twice, 3 times. I prove they are lifetime wrong. So for several lawyers, I go after them my lifetime, unless they shoot me or they put them into jail for lifetime. I come out, I go after them again. Cynthia Terrible is very big liar. She is the one did the damage control on my fraud case. So for that one, I would never let her go. But I haven't filed any grievance against her yet, because I have a priority, I have tactical, and yeah, I promise I will go after her. I'll go after her entire court staff.
Well, I hope to see all of them behind bars, because this is
Probably
unacceptable.
not, but I will
for
make
your
sure.
daughter.
I make sure they are as bad as like Laura DeAngelis and Leslie Barrow. Please listen, they have to hire the top lawyer to defend them right now, and I make sure everybody knows. You should see what I filed into the appellate court right now. I'm really embarrassed every asshole right now. Yeah, I'm very nasty if you try to be,
And
like
like, if
you know,
people want,
boys normally are nasty. I'm always the guy. I tell people I'm always the bad guy. If I disagree with you, I will tell you. But the boy are normally, boy are very nasty. That's it. Okay.
now, is there anywhere that you post all of your filings if anybody wants to look at them?
All my federal things is on the internet. There's a website called Court Listener. They basically put all the federal passer is open, but you need to pay. There's nothing. That's why I want to use federal. I put everything over there, but I also put it out so everyone can read that without paying anything. I recommend everyone read all my filing in the federal court line by line. There are a lot of case law you can use. So people ask me, I remember somewhere. I want everybody. So if I can have 2,000 people to read what I'm filing, I'm pretty sure they all can grow their knowledge like a 10%, 20%. They can make their judge a lot of trouble. They can even sue their own judge, own lawyer. I have a lot of courts that can sue them. Right now, the only limit is my time. But I'm pretty sure everything they did right now is unlawful. There's a course you can go after. But you need to be very careful about the words. If I made a mistake, I'm already gone. My legal suit is already gone. But I'm not making any mistake right now. Plus, I started my federal suit in 2023. I'm only 2 years away. I'm a completely different person. So if I go back to court another times, my pleading will be completely different quality. That's why when appellate court kicked my case back, I said, "Oh my gosh, I can redo everything again." I do realize that certain things I did was not perfect. Okay, writing style, words, but that's the things I did 1 year ago, right? Something I did 2 years ago. Now I'm different. Look at my filing today. Trust me, so it's good. I know it. So that's another 40 hours gone from opposing counsel billing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
wiping it out. I'm wiping it out as well. So
I mean, I've told you before, I'm impressed with your filings and your like tenacity and your dedication to this. And I think a lot of parents are also impressed by it and, inspired by it. So if there's something that you, advice you would give to other parents, maybe parents in Texas or anywhere in the US struggling with this, what advice would you give to other parents?
don't read the lawyer's filing, read my filing.
Okay.
Because let me tell you, when I started my suit, I try to learn. I try to sue. I sue the bar. So I try to learn who sued the bar, what's their argument, what's their things. I read several filing, I gave up. I don't know why they have this kind of people become lawyer. Crap. I also read a lot of Supreme Court lawyers filing. I can not only tell what's good and what's bad, I can tell bad lawyers filing. I can tell a lot of lawyers filing. I can tell what's wrong. They are bad. That's why certain things, because I know they are bad, that's why certain things I don't tell everybody's. I don't post on Facebook because I know they are bad. I let them keep on being bad. Yeah, they
You ever get a law degree?
No, I'm telling you. I mean, offline, I don't talk to you in this way. Offline, if you call me on the phone or message, I will probably explain to you. I can show you. I show a lot of local people why the things are bad, right? Yeah.
No, but would you ever consider being a lawyer yourself to try to help people?
Oh, I need to make sure I don't gotta retaliate. Right now, I'm in the retaliation scope. So once I survived, I'll probably will try. I have to defeat the bar, make sure they surrender. Then I will think about a goal to help other people's probably doing that. If I have the talent, I don't want to waste it.
Yeah, you would be an excellent lawyer one day if you ever pursued that.
I have a grandma. Actually, her husband is a Supreme Court lawyer. When several cases in Supreme Court, okay, very expensive one. So she grew up. I mean, always lived with husband. Her husband deceased. Okay, so she said she read her husband's filing all the time, right? When husband was doing correct, so she can help do the. She's very good at proofreading. So she's the one. Very few person can read it from first page to last page, and she read mine. She said that's her comment. She said, Arnold, this is $100,000 law firm's work.
Wow.
That's
That
what
means a lot from her.
Yes, I mean, I bet you she gave very fair comments about that. So that is, if you want me give you some suggestion, I was telling a lot of people from my knowledge. Okay, a lot of people they talk about how painful they are, how they do that. They don't contribute. They don't work hard enough. Maybe they have personal life things. The minimum things I want you to work is at least you read my filing from first page to last page. That's the minimum you can do. If you cannot finish that, you only read you read it very fast, you don't get my points. I don't think you can win, because that means what? Your skill of absorbing knowledge is not good enough. If that's the case, then you probably can never proceed from here. Everyone has different level of absorbing knowledge when they read the same article. I don't expect everyone can finish that. But if you cannot even understand what I write, I'm not bragging. I know what I'm doing. From first page to last page, don't try to fight. You will not win. Of course, I mean, pretty sure you cannot win because my opponent counsel is $1,000. I'm pretty sure they're very expensive. Yeah.
Even with the $100,000 filing, they still find an excuse.
I know that, but you have to force them to lie. Don't you understand?
Yes. It's like you set a trap that you know they're going to fall for, and then you just watch them fall into it.
Yeah, I put something at you have to very clearly to present a question, say 1 + 1 is equal to 2. Am I right, judge? Since you're terrorist, oh, they are exactly the same. Okay, I caught you lying. Right? And the same thing, but if you put a wrong form of question over there with any typo, they say, oh, I cannot answer your question. This is a typo. You use the wrong symbol.
Exactly. Or they'll just deny it with no explanation.
Oh, they do that all the time. They do that all the time.
No opinion, nothing.
We have a systematic issue right now. When you corner the Zen, they don't want to address issue. Right now, the whole judiciary is only addressing issue for their own people. So we have a two system right now. They're addressing the issue they want to address. They're addressing the people for their own people. The rest of them, see, wrongdoing has to be determined. But wrongdoing determined is an issue. They always abandon the issue. They always say, you abandon the issue. If you go there, I have people going to the federal court appeal, get kicked out with 1 month. I look at his appeal and say, you abandon the issue. I never had this trouble. I faced 12 lawyers. Nobody come back and say, abandon the issue. Not only one, I catch everybody there. So if you abandon the issue, they will say, you abandon the issue. I cannot rule you. You are out. But if you don't abandon any issue, you just keep everything there, what they say? Summary denied.
Yeah. It's a joke, like.
Right? It's a joke. It's a joke.
But you still have the passion to keep fighting. So something's driving you to keep going because you know that there's a lot on the line, number one. And two, you have what it takes to keep staying in this.
Yeah, that's me. If you step over my tone, right, I'm coming back. That's it. I call myself a honey badger. Yeah.
And I'm sure your daughter will be very proud one day to see everything you've done.
She's very proud of what I'm doing. She knows what I'm doing for her. I say, okay, I don't fight for myself. A lot of parents say, I want to be the children. I told my daughter straightforward, okay? I always have talking with her. I say, hey, daughter, with this battle, I'm going to lose everything in my life. But you tell me if you want to stay with my ex. My daughter got beat all the time, okay? Even right now, my daughter is got abused, verbal. I mean, last week, my daughter wanted to leave the home. My ex was blocking the door. They have escalated the conflict all the time. Because remember, people like this, at this degree, they will not have a normal life. You understand? The things I described to you, you don't see that from a normal woman. Okay, my daughter want to go home last night. But anyway, so I told her, I say, hey, I'm willing to lose everything in my life to make you happy. So if you tell me I'm doing anything, you're not happy, I will not do it. My daughter say, Daddy, keep doing. So I do everything to make my daughter happy. If I do, why I spend my all efforts, like a sleepless night, all my money, lose everything, lose my house to do something. If 18 years, I mean, when she could reach 18, she said, Daddy, you just alienated my mother. I mean, I hate you. What are you doing? No, I'm not doing. I'm not stupid. I said, if you want to be with her 100%, I will sign a decree and you just go. I don't care. Why? If your heart is with, see, this is the same thing in the relationship. If somebody's heart is not with you, why do you want to keep it in there? Yeah, I told my daughter, if you want to be her 100%, I sign a decree. I will not fight. I start my own life. But if you want to be with me, and which is, I say everything I do just to make you happy. Does that make sense? Right? So yeah. I never worry about a parent's alienation. I say, you tell me, what do you want? That's what I will do. See, my daughter is not stupid, okay? You think she didn't see how wrongdoing my ex has been doing to her? Come on.
She probably feels trapped there with your ex.
It is. She knows what's going on. She knows what my ex did to me. My daughter will know what my ex will do. My ex already told her, you're gonna pay me everything back when you grow up. So she is basically
what?
Yeah.
Wow.
So basically my daughter is see, that's what my ex would do. Okay, when I was with my ex during my marriage time, right? You remember before we don't have password, all the phone we don't have password, right? Nokia phone have password. If she's not angry with me, she would steal my phone, pull everybody's address, people she didn't know, my coworker, my boss, my uncle, my auntie, all my relatives would just text them using my phone, say, hey, this is what's happened with this guy, the bad guy, blah, blah, blah. She would just screw me with all the reputation. But it doesn't work at all. Because my coworker will call me and say, be careful, this woman is dangerous. She's backstabbing you. I don't even know her. Yeah.
She needs to be in like a padded room.
No, this is the way. Listen, if she's hating me so much, why she doesn't leave me? No, that's the way how she control people.
Yeah.
This is damage I can do to you. Yeah, if this damage I can do to you, you have to compromise. You have to let me happy. If you make me happy, okay, I don't do these things to you. I'm telling you, one of the things make my marriage counselor say this woman is evil. You have to leave. Is I tell my counselor, in one of the times she had a conflict with me, so I left. The police coming. One of the police say, can you de-escalate it? So some of them have to live outside for a whole night, so you can de-escalate it. So I said I want to go. Okay, because I really cannot take her at home. I know what kind of person she is. So when I was leaving the home, my daughter said, Daddy, can I go with you? I didn't even ask. Listen, I don't want my daughter to stay at home, right? Can I go with you? I say, ask police. I say, can my daughter go with me? Police says, okay. So my daughter go with me. We lived outside for one night. In the morning, I come back. So we don't have any conflict, right, during the whole night. So she's a self-escalating person, even when I was out. In the morning, I come back. Do you know what she did in my house?
Destroyed it?
She burned my grandma's album, all of it. My grandma, we don't have digital camera. It's only the printed film album. She burned. My grandma never saw
photo album,
all of them. Completely never. Yeah, my grandma never met her. So there's no anger between my grandma with her, but she do that. You know why? Because my grandma is my most important person in my life. She do that. She knows she can harm me.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
No.
There's something wrong with her. She needs serious help.
No, I'm not making up a story. If I have video, audio to prove what kind of person he is, I'm telling you, in the real life, if things like happen, you can only capture 10% of that. Those kind of things, I can only say it. I can never record it, right? But I'm telling you, that's what happened. I went home that morning, and there's a big watermelon smashed on the ground outside of my house. So he just smashed everything.
Yeah, but if you did that to her, you'd be in jail.
I'm already in jail. That's true. I'm already in jail.
And in the beginning of the interview, you mentioned being a man trying to go to the police and report DV about a woman. You felt like it's impossible. They don't want to arrest the women. And it was interesting to hear you saying that because I know you're in Texas and me, like coming from Connecticut, it's very, very liberal, and it's very, very like pro-father, and they have a lot of like procedure and policy and a memorandum of understanding with DSS, Department of Corrections, the courts and everything, where it's like supposed to be promoting fatherhood. So there's also, I feel like, a lot of like sort of discrimination with women. Even we had a case, the Tracy Thurman case, which was made national news, where the woman kept trying to report that she was being physically abused and assaulted by the husband. Even with a restraining order, the police refused to arrest him and until he paralyzed her. And then it was a huge lawsuit and stuff. So my point is, like, me especially too, like I felt like there was many times when I tried to report abuse and I wasn't taken seriously, but then you see men go into the court and just be like, well, my ex posted on Facebook and I didn't like it. And then they just get a restraining order, or they'll just say, well, I feel threatened. And then they get a restraining order. So it's like in different states, they have different.
No, you
cultures.
were wrong. You were wrong, because you will argue about why judge misapplied the. So everybody try to say, when they get a mistreat, they say, okay, it's pro-father, pro-dad, it's judge no. End of the day, I'm telling you, if you swap the lawyer, it will be completely different standard. So there is no standard. It's all about which lawyer you choose. It's an open.
Yeah, but what about when there's no lawyers? Like in my case, there was no lawyers involved. Everybody's pro se.
But there's still, judge has a bias. The whole thing is judge has a bias. You go to
right.
You go to different court, the result will be flipped. Okay.
Yeah, just like how the police have a bias. Like if a man goes and says he was abused, the police have a bias. Like, oh, a man can't be abused. And just like the flip side, they can say, oh, well, this woman is just lying, and then they don't believe her.
I'm just trying to tell you, if you go to the court, the result is like throwing a dice. Then you don't even need a court anymore, right? The same things like that. The things I described to you, a lot of things I have video. A lot of people I show them. I mean, I can show them what she did to my kids, what she did to me. It's already beyond you as okay. No matter how angry, would you urinate in your car? No way, right? That would be go very psychically wrong. Would you whipping the kids at 3 years old have bloody injury, right? No. I have another video. She was abusing my kids when she was 1 year old. 1 year old, okay? Abusing my kids at 3 o'clock. I have completed the video, okay? Right? So, no, it's terrible. Don't ban me to present any of them. Ban me. I did not violate any civil procedure and evidence rule. I knew it. She just waited for the opposing counsel to, she knew this video. I'm telling you, these people all knew it because the evaluator has seen it. They have a backdoor talking. Actually, we show the video in the associate judge court also, okay? So she knows there's something there. But she just wait for opposing counsel to raise an objection, and she just take it, okay? You understand? If she want to control the outcome, she know those things can never go to record. But I have this record. I'll keep it up for a lifetime. I'm pretty sure any woman who looks at the videos, she thinks that woman is still suitable to be a mother. That woman has a morality problem.
Yeah.
They did it to my children. The evidence I'm having, right? Then you could talk about certain things I don't have. I'm telling you, burn my grandma's albums, the stuff going behind that. There are other things. Trust me. I'm talking about. I even have the video. She's talking about I'm molesting my children. Actually, when she was the one yelling, she just basically, oh, everybody see what is she doing? He doing that. He just basically verbally talking about it. She's basically telling me, I'm gonna allegating you this if you ever go after me. I'm gonna counter allegating you. That's what they actually doing. Okay. My trial was so disaster. I'm telling you. You see the pleading in the whole pleading before the trial pleading. They said I have a history pattern of abusing the family member and the children. Okay, that's in the pleading. Last the whole day, in the whole trial, they never try to argue that. They didn't even try. They didn't even lose the argument. They didn't even raise any point about the argument. The opposing counsel spent the whole trial trying to say, Your Honor, I want to have 75% of the community assets. I want to have 75% of his retirement fund. That's it. That's their whole time. This is a good woman. They never say I'm bad. This is a good woman, which is she does not make any money. She's not capable to make money. I want to have all the assets.
Wow.
That's the whole entire trial is their argument.
They make it clear what their intent is.
Let me tell you what Judge Terrible did to me. I gave them the inventory of my account, of our family account. Judge Terrible didn't even read that. The entire degree, she did not even divide my banking account when my ex has name on it. It's not even in the decree. She didn't even read it. So I have 3 accounts with no money. But you have to say, somebody can remove the name from the account, right? It's not even in decree. She does not even bother to look at the inventory and say, what assets we have. Do you know what she said?
What?
One word. She don't even have to think and use the brain. She said, the community property, everyone owns the community property under their possession. I don't own anything. I'm gonna get out. He said everyone own everything. Everyone own their own things. That's it. I'm so fair. I got nothing. She didn't even read at my inventory how much I have in my home. So I gotta wipe it out. I don't have a house. I don't have anything else. I gotta wipe out 3 years ago under a restraining order when there's no even motion be filed. No hearing, no motion, no pleading. When you do a restraining order, you need to file citation. Did you know that? Restraining order is different. You need to go citation. You look at my court record, there's no citation. I have citation on my ex because that day I have a citation on her for restraining order. I'm going to restrain her. Lord DeAngelis did not give me that. And after all, the rendered order say they ruled on my ex filed a restraining order, kicking me out. There was no restraining order, no restraining motion, no citation. After that, I lost everything. Say, okay, whatever home she owns everything in the house. That's it.
And even now, they never produced any citation or records?
No, it's on the record. It's not there. I have the court records, no citation at all.
Wow.
So what happened in the court has nothing to do with the filing. You just go in there, they just give you whatever things they put there. Okay, that's penalty. That's it. That's it. That's it. Can you imagine in this country you lost everything in your life and there's no even citation and they're pleading there?
Yeah, it's like it goes against every single thing that we're supposed to have.
They don't need any process. They only need a signed order, court order, so they can put their authority over you. If you don't obey, you are contempt of court order. You go to jail. That's what's happened in the judiciary, right? They don't need anything else. Argument, briefings, service, no.
Scary.
And also, I'm telling you, all this order, which I find out was not submitted using the e-filing system. Our court allows them to submit in hand. So they do backdoor submission, never serve anybody else. So those fraudulent order was doing an in-hand submission using they just go to clerk. Hey, you know what? Put that in your system. It goes system. You never using the state e-filing system. There's no filing stamp. And
every time they misuse that e-filing system, it's wire fraud.
No. There are two things. E-filing is still wire fraud. If they use internet, still wire fraud. If they use internet, it's wire fraud. Okay. So e-filing will track all the things they did, but they allowed in-person submission. The stamp it's a hand stamp. Hand stamp is different than the e-stamp. E-stamp is the regular one. So all my fraud order, which I'm talking about, those pension fund things, they changed the whole things. My restraining order, even I check that it's submitted in person. So they go to the judge and say, hey, judge, talk to your clerk, putting everything in. That's it. You don't have to give it to opposing counsel. I don't need it. They don't serve all this fraud order at all. Those order they never served you. So it's in the system. You don't even know that.
It's like a secret.
It's a secret because they changed that. They forged that. They changed that. They don't want anybody to know that. That's the reality. Keep my video, okay? One day if they kill me, you keep my video. Keep this one.
We're going to be putting this on all the platforms: YouTube, Audible, Spotify, Amazon Music. And if anybody wants to reach out to you, maybe people from Texas that maybe have the same judge, same lawyers, people can find you on Facebook, right?
No, they don't need the same judge, same lawyer. It's same. Every lawyer is same. Every judge is same. They just need to find my suit. They're starting to sue over asshole right now. Then we need to make the voice louder. This is what's happened. We don't even have a fair judiciary. We have a compromised system. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen in the banking world. I mean, if somebody forged the banking transaction, I'm pretty sure this guy will be gone. We don't keep these people in the bank. We have forged the record, forged the order, and the court try to enforce them, and they say it's their authority, and everyone disobeys them is contempt. We have a tyranny in the judiciary.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you again for taking the time to share your story and for coming on the show. And again, if anybody listening tonight wants to reach out, Arnold's on Facebook. You can check out his case text where he publishes all of his filings. And again, thank you so much for all of your insight and taking the time to talk to us tonight.
Sure. You are doing very good. Okay.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
Stop recording. Off record now.
Okay, hold on.